we were invited by a journalist from Guatavisión. I think he also represents Canal Antigua. And another journalist was going to be there from Prensa Libre. But we got a call early this morning, and he informed us that the military of Guatemala was insisting that their vessel be escorted once they're going to be in the vicinity of the Sarstoon, that we're not allowed to go as civilians unaccompanied. And so I guess the presidents of the military and everything kind of scared his captain, and his captain backed off and didn't want to go again and didn't want to put his vessel in that area. And so he asked that we go to Puerto Barrios, which we declined because it would have been dangerous for... I didn't bring a passport, and probably it would have been dangerous for Will too. Him probably being the activist, they probably would have looked for any excuse to detain him.
In terms of the Guatemalan press, they have continued to give Belize hell, especially in the past week following the incident in the Chiquibul. What is it that you hope to achieve by being able to speak to these journalists?
Well, they wanted to know what the Belizeans were feeling, the common man, the Belizeans, and so we were there to present our viewpoint, the territorial volunteers, the viewpoint of the territorial volunteers, not the government position. And so I was going to share with them in Spanish a copy of the Boundary Convention, the 1859 Boundary Convention between Her Majesty and the Republic of Guatemala. And I was going to try to explain to them that you can't just sign a treaty like this. It gets registered with the League of Nations. Your country has ratified it, the Senate has ratified it, and you just walk away from it and say it's not valid. I also wanted to talk about the loss of life, though tragic, of Julio Alvarado, the 13-year-old Guatemalan. But we have had loss of life on the Belize side too. And I wanted to twist the turn the tables around a bit and see what they would feel if Belizeans were in Guatemala and they started firing upon a Guatemalan patrol and Guatemalan soldiers. How would they react? Would they fire back in self-defense? What would they do to Belizeans that would be in Guatemalan territory? And I think that I wanted to point out to them that that kid had, you know, it's unfortunate that he was killed, but that kid should have been in school, and it's because of Guatemala's policy, their inequitable distribution of land, that these people don't have land to work on, and they come into Belize. But he shouldn't have been there planting pepitos. He should have been in Guatemala in a school. And we wanted to draw some comparisons between him and Danny Connerky and Sergeant Lambie. And we didn't hear the OAS, we didn't hear Guatemala condemn those actions, those attacks.